Hello everyone. This is what we're going to do today. So let me take a look. Okay, let me play again. From a white background, line drawing, it makes a logo and turn to three-dimensional looking and text coming in. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the very beginning of making the logo in Illustrator, and we will be exporting to Animate CC with Photoshop files. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so as I showed you at the very beginning of this video, this is the final layout of our animation. So please download this file. This is a PSD file with three layers: background layer, and the logo layer, and the text, the title layer. And there's another file you're going to download, which is this, the logo. So we're going to start from here. I will show you the step-by-step how to make this simple logo first in Illustrator. So please open a new file. Just the letter size is fine for now. Okay, then please choose any sans serif kind of folder, the blocky typeface. I downloaded not this one. Where's mine? Code bold. This is mine. And then I set the type size to 200 point type size. And then let me just type uppercase letter N. Okay. So the logo we're going to make like this one. This is just the hypothetical logo design. So I just named it as a kind of neutral. I don't know what they do. Maybe on some software company or some electronics companies. I don't know what it is. Okay, so type the letter N. And then first thing is go to type menu, choose, excuse me, create outlines, and then switch your fill color and then a stroke color. So no fill and stroke color is just a black. And then I'm going to increase my stroke weight up to 10. That's what I have. 10. Okay. Then next thing is please draw the perfect circle. So what I did is click on somewhere on your stage on your canvas and width 250 by 250. The unit is supposed to be either pixel or point. Okay, so no inches. 250 inches is humongous. So okay, and select all and open the align vertical horizontal center and vertical center. So everything's centered now. Okay. Then still this is just a stroke. So what we're gonna do is once you select everything, go to object menu and choose the expand. Then this option will make this stroke based logo into fill and stroke and say okay. See? Let me zoom in. Okay. Next, as you can see it, I just cut certain part here and here. So there's a kind of open space. So there are the several different ways of doing it. You may use an eraser tool like this, or you can use knife like this, or you can use scissors so you can cut at a certain path. You can do that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in because I need to cut here first, this portion. Then, excuse me, let me change my fill color to bright red. Oh, not you. Set the fill color to bright red. And let me choose rectangle tool and zoom in a lot, like this. And I'm going to draw just a rectangle like this. Okay. Make sure this black and this red, the new rectangle is lined up here. And then I'm trying to have some kind of the same height as this. It could be a little more, a little less, but somewhere around there. Maybe like this. Let me zoom out a little bit. And let me extend it over this outer circle, like this. Okay, I'm gonna need another one more. So let me make a copy of this. Let me zoom out. Let me hold down the Option or Alt key and drag it. And let me zoom in this portion here as well. Yep, so it is well lined up. Looks good. Oh, let me move this to the left a little bit. Okay. And let me zoom out. So there are two red bars over my logo. Then select all, everything. Then open Pathfinder. If you do not see this Pathfinder panel, it is under Windows menu and Pathfinder. Then let me choose Divide. This will divide every cross section into an individual shape. Choose that. Doesn't seem to happen anything. Release your selection. Now change your tool to the direct selection tool, white arrow, and select here individual shape. It's gone. Same thing here. Okay. Yep. Then next thing is, with this still the direct selection tool, select this, hold down the Shift key, and add the selection. So we are choosing only these 2 points, handlers. Hold down the Shift, click, and oops, sorry again. Shift, click, do it again. Click and Shift, and drag it, just like this. And there are several non-necessary kind of points here. So by using this minus pen tool, delete and delete. So it's gone. But when you hover your mouse cursor over this cross section, this area, you see that? There's still kind of an unseen path. So select that and delete it. Here too. Let me do the same thing down here. Select, select, click, hold down the Shift and drag it. Okay, delete. I'm kind of double checking if there is anything I'm missing. Okay, then now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add I want to double check if there is anything I'm missing. It looks okay to me for now. Okay, now change your tool to ellipse tool. We're going to draw one perfect circle. Click somewhere, just to type 18 point by 18 point circle, then place it at the end. So it will look like some kind of a circuit board thing, just like this. Okay, hold down the option, click and drag it, add on it. Maybe one more. Yep, that looks better. I'm gonna make another copy, option, drag it to somewhere here, and option, click and drag it. Yep, so it looks good. Then select all. Open Pathfinder, choose the very first one, Unite. Now this is just one shape. So this is the logo we're gonna use, just like this. Okay, now save it first as just the Illustrator file. We may need it just in case. If you want to fix it, if you want to make some revisions, we're gonna need it. So logo.ai, save it. Another one, file, save as SVG file. This is a scalable vector graphics, and then as a SVG file, once you move it to Animate CC, you can still keep it as a vector graphics, meaning that is resolution independent. So you are free from rescaling, getting smaller, bigger, but you can still keep the same high quality as a vector graphics. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to Animate CC. Okay, so let's open the new Animate CC file, 640 by 480 and 24 frames, and then a platform time. It really doesn't matter, either HTML5 canvas or ActionScript 3.0, but I'm gonna use HTML5 canvas. Create. Okay, so first we're going to import your SVG file. We have just to create it. So go to File, Import to Library, which is logo.svg. Open. Okay, there are several choices. Please choose the first one. Import all paths into the same layer and frame as one symbol, one graphic. See that here. Place it. Let me open my the alignment and align to stage. I want to have horizontal center, which is this. Okay, and then let me open my Photoshop file. This logo, that's the kind of a final location we're gonna have. It will be kind of a little bit flexible, but I'm trying to place my black and white logo as visual file in my Animate CC a little bit upper center like this. So let me go back to Animate CC. So it's too high, maybe a little bit lower, somewhere here. and then we have enough space for the text. Let me move down a little bit. Okay, I'm good. Next step is it's a kind of a labor intensive job from now. Let me zoom in. Okay, first select your logo SVG file. Go to modify, break apart. One more time, twice. One more time, yes. Until you see this kind of white meshes, meaning now we will be able to erase it with this eraser like this. So exactly the same eraser from Illustrator. So I will make a link on top of my screen to signature writing animation things. So it's a kind of the same thing. So we're going to erase it little by little from this point and this point. Okay, so let me start erasing from here and from here at the same time. But first, this is a kind of a final stage of my logo. So we need to keep it as a complete form like this. And so insert a keyframe first. To see that, we have another copy on frame number 2. So on frame number 2, erase this. And erase this. It doesn't have to be super accurate. Okay, so frame number 1, complete. Frame number 2, no dots. Insert another keyframe. Let me zoom in a little bit. Erase more. About the same amount. Insert a keyframe. Erase more. And erase more. Insert keyframe and erase. And erase. Insert the keyframe and erase. So if you erase very little by little, your animations will be kind of a slower but smoother. Okay, so I will keep doing this, and I will fast forward my video so we can save time until we're done. I'm done. Yes. Phew, I'm done. I think that I set my brush size too tiny. But let me play this and see how it looks like for now, so far. So from the very beginning, play. Let me hit the enter, return key. So it plays kind of a backward, but I think it looks okay. Looks good. Now, next step, we just need to reverse the sequence. So just to select your entire layer, you select all frames, hold down the control key or the right click. Now choose the reverse frames. So from the beginning, let me play it. It's not bad. Okay, let me play again. Okay, so the most time-consuming part is done. Then next step is I'm going to make this logo fade out, and at the same time I want to have this metallic logo fade in on the same position. So we'll be kind of fading in and out, crossover from black and white to this kind of three-dimensional looking logo. So first, let me go back to Animate CC. Let me make another keyframe so I can have another copy. And from here, go to Insert menu, create Classic Twin. Okay. Then, maybe 1 second. So let me, yep. So about 25 or 30 frames from here to there. Okay, and insert a keyframe, just like this. Okay, and then at the end, this logo will be fading out. Open Properties panel. From the color effect, make sure you're choosing your image on your stage. Then we can see that these options in your Properties panel. So color effect, choose alpha and 0. So your logo is fading out, just like this. And then make a new layer, highlight the same keyframe, same frame where the fading out starts on a new layer, and insert timeline and blank keyframe. Okay. Then from your Photoshop, select this the second layer, logo layer, Command All and copy. Then back to Animate CC and just to paste on it. Command V. So it is not lined up. I'm going to just move it up so I can have the same position. So I think it looks okay. Maybe a little bit off. Or what you can do is you can turn this onion skin. It's still kind of hard to see it. Okay. I think the location looks okay. Yep. And then this logo will be, highlight the first keyframe of this new logo and insert, create classic twin, and at the end insert a keyframe. We'll be fading in. It's the opposite. So on this first keyframe, choose your image on your stage, choose the color effect, the alpha, and start from the 0 to 100. See? So this is happening. Okay, so let me play it so far from the very beginning. Hit the return, animating like a contour drawing, and fading out and fading in. That's not too bad. So we're almost done. So once it is done, I want to have my background image. So let me make another new layer. This time, I'm gonna have this new layer on the very bottom because that's going to be our background. Then highlight this keyframe. So once we have a logo, and then background will be fading in. Highlight the keyframe. There's no frame yet. Highlight the frame. Insert timeline, blank keyframe. Now open your Photoshop. Select your background layer. Copy Command C, copy, and back to Animate CC. Still highlighting this frame, new blank keyframe, and paste it. Command V. So we have that. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing. So for now, the logos have the complete form, but on background just pops up, which is not good. Okay. So I want to have kind of the same thing, or let me do this. Let me move this frame to here, where fading in and out begins. Then highlight the first frame, insert, create classic tween, and insert a keyframe. Then on that first keyframe of my background, select my background image on my stage, color effect, choose the alpha from the 0 to 100. Okay, isn't it cool? Let me play again. Black lines coming in, drawing, and the background, and then the metallic textures completed. Like this. Okay, so we have only one left, which is the title, neutral. So let me highlight select the top layer, make a new layer on very top. This will be the text layer for the title, the neutral. So I will do this. So that title will be coming in once everything's all set. So highlight the last frame, insert, timeline, and blank keyframe. Then go back to Photoshop, select your title, copy, Command C, and back to Animate CC. And on this new blank keyframe, paste it. Let me place it somewhere here. A little bit up. Okay. So it's okay, but I want to animate it. I want to make it coming in from the right to the center very quickly. So highlight the keyframe first, your title on top layer, go to insert, create classic tween. Let me assign just 10 frames only. 10. Then on the very first keyframe of my neutral title, select your image, your title. I'm gonna move it out of stage to the right, so it is kind of coming in. Okay, the problem is we're missing the background images, so I'm going to select all frames so I can keep the same timeline by holding down the shift key. Hold down the shift, select the last one, insert the keyframe. So this happens. So it's kind of coming in. Okay, but I want to have some little more dynamics. So on my first keyframe where I inserted my classic tween, check your properties panel. Let me change my classic is down to -100. It will look better. Okay. If you want to give a little more kind of dynamics, let's try this. Let me open view and rulers. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to make my the horizontal ruler first by dragging from the ruler on the bottom line of my text, and let me do the same thing, the vertical guidelines on the corner of my first letter. Okay, then maybe on 3 more frames, insert a keyframe. Then by choosing this free transform tool, I'm gonna skew it. You see that kind of a double arrow has out to the both direction. Hold down the shift and tilt it a little bit. And then I'm going to place this bottom left corner of my first letter to the cross section like this. So this will happen once the letter comes in, like this, and maybe 3 more frames. Keyframe. I'm going to this time skew it opposite direction like this. Maybe more than normal like this. And also let me move the corner of my letter to this cross section. Coming in, then maybe 2 more or 3 more, maybe 2 more frames. Insert the keyframe, it will go back to normal. Just maybe about here. And then also I need to move my text to that corner. Okay, so kind of something's really happening. And then highlight all frames, insert the keyframe. Okay, now let me close my rulers. Let me clear my guides. Okay, let me play again from the very beginning. Is it nice? Okay, so it is working this way. Yeah, let me play again. Nice. Okay, so this is it. So thanks for watching and see you next time.